welcome to another big UC partner update where we discuss the products and services coming down the line for partners. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Jonathan from Intermedia. How's it going, Jonathan? Thanks for joining us.
It's going fantastic, Tom. Thanks for having me on UC today again. Thank you.
Yes, great to have you. So let's get straight into the conversation. Could you talk through some of the biggest trends and challenges that are impacting your partners at the moment?
Sure, absolutely. And I always try to look at challenges as opportunities, right? So, I spent a lot of time on the road with a lot of partners doing quarterly business reviews. We just hosted a group of our top performing partners from last year at a President's Club trip. And so I feel like I've got really good, fresh insight here. But the reality is, like, even with, the challenges of the economics times, there's a lot of business opportunity out there today. And so I see a lot of opportunity out there. The biggest opportunity is really around all this aging premise-based telephony technology and it all moving to the cloud. There's still hundreds of millions of seats on aging premise-based technology, and it's all moving to cloud. If you add up all of the UC players together, the UCaaS players, the ones that are in the cloud, the seats there are only in the tens of millions. And so we're at the very early innings of this massive migration. So I see this as a huge opportunity for all of our partners. And there's big trends that are driving that. I mean, I mentioned the aging technology, and across the next 3 to 5 years, it will all move to the cloud as that technology ages out. But there's also, of course, the new style of work. It's a hybrid workforce today, so you need this new technology. There's increasing demands and expectations around customer satisfaction and how you treat your customers. So you need improved communications with your customers. And then obviously recently with ChatGPT and all, like the AI story is just evolving. We're going to see AI change more in the next 2 years than it did in the last 20. And to really take advantage of all of those things, you need to be up in the cloud, because that's where all of the product changes are happening, is up in the cloud. That's where all the new technology is coming first. So to me, it's a massive opportunity for our partners to move all of these users from their premise-based aging technology to the cloud. Huge opportunity, and that's what's driven a lot of our growth. The challenge I see there is that most of our partners, whether they're traditional telephony VARs or MSPs, et cetera, they built the business themselves deploying premise-based systems, working with many of the large premise-based manufacturers around the world. And they've built their own customer base where they own the customer relationship and they bill the customer directly, et cetera. And so as everything moves to the cloud, our partners face this risk of being disintermediated from their customer, because the traditional or primary channel model of many of the larger brand name, well-known UCaaS providers is an agent model. And so if they move their customer to the cloud, they hand over their customer to the other provider and they lose control of their customer. That's where we've had so much success, because our model is the exact opposite. We use a reseller model. So we go to market through our partners, and we've been doing this, for over 16 years, going to market this way through the channel, a reseller model. And so to me, this is the biggest challenge, is that they're getting disintermediated from their customer base and that they've built up over the years by a lot of the other UCaaS providers. And this is the opportunity for us and them together, is for them to be able to move their customers to the cloud, service the needs of their customers, take advantage of these trends, better technology for a hybrid workforce, take advantage of new technologies, things like AI, but still do it in a model where they own the customer relationship, they're billing the customer, they're taking top line revenue, they're creating better margins. And so to me, that's the opportunity, right? The opportunity is to migrate these premise-based customers to the cloud and take advantage of this. It's a huge, huge trend that to me is kind of trumping challenges in the economy right now. But again, the challenge is that they have to be careful not to get disintermediated from their customer through this agent model. And obviously, we love our preferred reseller model. And that's honestly where we've had most success over the last couple of years, is building out a really successful channel of what I would call more traditional VARs that had been historically working with some of these premise-based manufacturers that really honestly just didn't build a cloud strategy for them.
So as you said, there's a lot of opportunity there. So let's talk a bit about what Intermedia is doing to help these partners. Can you give us some insights into your product roadmap as well, and some of the services and benefits that are coming down the road for partners?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So I guess I'd start with, when we say, like, what are we doing to help these partners? I just want to back up a second, because there's product as in product features for customers, right? But there's also product as in product features for partners. And so one thing I want to mention is, just to repeat, we've been going to market in this model as this reseller model through our partners I've been at Intermedia for 16 years, and they started the year before I was there, right? So the reason I say that is, it's one thing to design a business model. It's another thing to have built up over 17 years the platform and the capabilities to do it. So we spent a lot of product investment time in our platform to support our partners, marketing capabilities, selling capabilities, quoting, provisioning, ongoing support. We prepare all the telco bills for them so that they don't have to worry about being a regulated entity, with telecommunications. So that's a big part of it. And that's, if you don't have that platform, you really can't be successful with partners as a reseller model. So that's a big part of our focus, and we continue to invest heavily in that. From an end user product perspective, there's quite a few exciting things happening. I mean, obviously the biggest one everyone's talking about today is AI, right? And that makes a lot of sense. We've always used artificial intelligence in our products, right? If you think about our product set, we have a fully integrated into a single application, unified communications and contact center product, right? So our application allows better, more efficient employee communication between employees, better collaboration, more efficient communication, but it also allows better communication between businesses and their customers, right? So that's what our platform does. And so if you think about it, we sit in the middle of all these communications, right? So the applications for where you can use AI to improve the customer experience, improve employee productivity, give better business insights to management, it's endless, right? And with these advancements recently out there in the space, chat GPT, et cetera, we're just going to see this heavily evolve. And we've broken off a whole team that's just primarily focused on our AI strategy and evolving it faster. Again, we've always used AI. Today, we have things like our meeting product, has a digital assist that will transcribe the meeting for you, and you could call it actions, and they'll give you minute notes, et cetera. I mean, obviously, we have things like chat bots, in our contact center product, text to speech, sentiment analysis, these types of things. But if you think about it in the area of sort of how do you make life better for the user, how do you make the experience better for the customer, and how do you give better business insights to the management team? Those are the three areas where we kind of think about AI, and our roadmap will excel very rapidly, as will, frankly, everybody's in the industry across the next 2 years. So it's going to be a really exciting future time here for us. So the other one I'm really excited about that we just released is our UC archiving product, right? So and this product allows you to archive all of the different components of your unified communications product. So your voice calls, your chats, your video calls, et cetera, will all be archived into a single spot, archived, searchable, et cetera. And so we're super excited about that product. We see a real need for it in the industry. So we're very excited about it.
Well, Jonathan, it sounds like there's a lot going on with Intermedia in the channel, which is fantastic. And I appreciate you taking the time to talk us through it.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
No, it's great having you. Thanks for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't forget you can follow all of the action at the hashtag BigUC Partner Update. And we'll see you next time.